Welcome to this video. Hello, my name is Li Yanyan. So today, we are in Japan. Big version of romantic opera. Today we visit a family known as Osaka, the best udon noodle restaurant. This noodle shop opened in 2018, but the owner is also Mr. Kita. This noodle restaurant is also called Kita Udon Noodles. I is engaged. This Udon noodle restaurant has been operating for many years. Was he in an old store before? 15 years, almost 20 years. Now, it's 18 years old. I opened a new store myself. The business of this store is very hot. Hundreds of bowls of this udon are sold every day. Then we all know the three major pasta foods in Japan. Ramen, soba, and udon. Except for soba, it belongs to Japan. Sashimi other than this pasta. The other two are from China. They're all very deep. It's 6:30 in the morning. Mr. Kita, he opens his shop at this time every day, then make the udon noodles you need every day. The whole production of udon noodles. The process is actually more complicated and more elegant. Judging from the more rigid personality of the Japanese, udon, listed as one of the top 3 pasta foods in Japan, he must have his own characteristics. The process of making udon noodles and noodles. It has stricter regulations. That general. Round surface and corner surface. His diameter. And his width must reach 1.7 millimeter. This kind of noodles can be weighed. Like this is one of his appearances. It is stipulated that of course he is there. There are also some regulations on the level of detail production. In that picture, this is the owner's wife. The lady boss. And what he's doing is he's making another electric breath. A gourmet ishii rice. This sees him as fried rice with shiitake mushrooms and some other vegetables. Then put it in the steamer for steaming. The lady boss looks silver-haired. But Mr. Kita looks younger. Seems to be well maintained. More surprising is, we saw Mr. Kita stepping on the face with his foot, although he threw this plastic film. But the hygiene aspect is still a concern. I didn't know the customer saw him like this. Will you still eat his noodles? You udon may have a lot of people. I don't quite understand. Or why is this noodle called udon? In fact, his Japanese pronunciation is called udon. It's actually transliterated. That udon noodles, his Japanese and Chinese. The word wonton is written. On the origin of udon noodles, there are various sayings. There is a saying that udon noodles originated from this wonton in the Tang dynasty. I didn't know that. Coastal area. I said the Fujian area. The pronunciation of Yuntong, is it similar to this fog cave in Japanese? However, there are also scholars who have undergone long-term research. It is said that udon noodles originated from Fujian Game's large noodles. Well, what about in terms of appearance? Indeed, the two are relatively similar. We are all thicker. But if it is not, then there may be a question mark here. But udon noodles originated in China. It doesn't make any sense. Just know it. Here. Now we look at, he fished out the freshly cooked kelp. He is in. Making soup is a process of making udon noodle soup. Cook the kelp first. The umami in the kelp goes into the soup first. The next step is to add the special material package. There is no specific tape here. What's in this package? I don't know. He can buy this in the market. Or they're homemade. Maybe this soup is more special. Look, this is a mushroom. The food you eat is relatively fresh. Except for the scene of stepping on the face with your feet. In fact, the whole Japanese store. Ah, the environment. This is hygienic. It still looks very clean, very neat. Although the owner has silver hair. Like a little old lady. But it still looks clean and tidy. Very neat person. Next comes the chicken breast. We can see it on the bag. The Japanese usually eat this chicken. Writing is bird meat. Then this is a special point. Then I have done something about it before. Burning bird culture. Burning bird culture in Japan, it's actually their roast chicken. Then his chicken breast was soaked in 3% salt water. This will make the chicken more fibrous. Soft is more delicious. Now we see Mr. Kita preparing udon noodle soup. At the beginning, we saw, he is in this bucket. Poured in a certain amount of soy sauce. Now it's just boiled this sugar mixed with soy sauce. I see that there is a scale on this bucket. So he has a proportional requirement. In that case, a bowl of udon noodle soup is ready. This is radish, made into mashed radish. And the Japanese. Do you prefer to eat this radish puree? Anyone who has eaten Japanese food should know it. Japanese in many dishes. I will put a small plate of this radish puree. Does he sometimes eat this sashimi? Same thing. What about this udon? He has to go through repeating. Squeeze and fold. Squeeze and fold. He will form this effect like lasagna. It is a very thin pattern. In this case, its taste will better and make the surface of this noodle hot smooth enough. It will be smooth when eaten this way. When we eat noodles, only then can you feel that the noodles are very smooth. It tastes so good. So his process of making noodles. If there were no machines like before, it's quite a tiring job. If you want Lanzu ramen, they are artificial. In fact, they are all young and strong, the kind of man who is making this kind of noodles. Because he is a hard worker. After full folding and extrusion, the noodles are ready. Now, he is in the state of a mask. He will have a machine to cut later. The fried one is chicken breast. In Japan, they like to eat this fried food. There are two kinds. One is tempura. Which one is sugar, sheep? Tempura's words are generally a little more chicken. All these side dishes and after the materials are ready, the store can be opened. So this is in the catering industry? It's really hard work. Hey, you have to get up early. Left late. Because before the moment comes in, all preparations are complete. After that moment is gone, you have to clean up the store. So now everyone sees his menu. It's just a menu of pasta. The price of his bowl of noodles is basically at between 1,000 yen and 1,400 yen. If that is converted into RMB, that is to say, the price of his bowl of noodles, about 48 minus 68 RMB. Is this price, relatively speaking? I think it may be in a big city like China. Can be more common, that is. Third tier, second tier cities, this kind of thing, the price may still be more expensive. Then we just saw this machine. It's easy to put a noodle. Divided into 5 kinds of noodles. In Japan, this machine is relatively common because it can be set. The width of the cut noodles. This is why, for the system, it's very convenient to make udon. I'm on the wall. He hung a lot on the wall. This alarm clock? There's a regulation on the cooking time of noodles. After cooking, soak in cold water. The noodles will be stronger. The Japanese are indeed more rigorous in doing things. Each of his noodles has to be weighted. Chinese words may be based on feel. How much is each serving? In Japan, you can do it an art. Every word of his. The weight is the same. He also helps you shake up the noodles before eating. Here it is. Kelp and yuba slices. Tofu slices. So after the preparations are done, this noodles for dinner. It's extremely efficient. So if you can run a noodle shop, well, in fact, it is also very profitable. See, soon 4 bowls of noodles are ready. After finishing the noodles, pour the soup directly into. When you see the Japanese, you fry everything. Even the eggs are fried. This is a bamboo shoot. Dried bamboo shoots. In fact, overall, Japanese people eat relatively light food. Basically, no chili peppers. The only one that is more oily, the greasy thing, is their fried stuff. What kind of tempura and sugar sheep is this? Actually, I've always been a little confused. It seems that I have made a lot of this kind of foreigner food. They love to eat this lemon. I feel sore to death. Why do you like to eat these things? Then this is a classic bowl of eggs. Bamboo shoots, Buddha noodles. Then everyone can. Take a look. The noodles he cuts out of this machine are indeed all the same size. That's it for today's video. If you like my video, please help long press like, forward, and comment. Have any suggestions or comments? You can leave me a message. You can also leave me a message if you want to see the food of any country. Follow me. I update every day about the cuisine of countries around the world, including food making and food magic. Thank you for watching this video.